Hello and welcome to CAM 52. I am Nicholas Petty, your chef and instructor for this class and some of the other classes you may be taking. This is safety and sanitation, where we kind of go over the basics of the things that we'll be using in our lab classes and that you'll be using in your career as you move forward. So we'll dig right into the course in a minute, but first I wanted to say just a few things about online classes. One, there's a lot of advantages, right? You don't have to show up at a particular time. You can do your work in the middle of the night in your pajamas or in the early morning before you get your family off to work or school, or, you can really, to some degree, set your own schedule. Now, that doesn't mean that there aren't deadlines, because there are, and you will see those in the syllabus and at other things during the course. Um, as long as you meet those deadlines, you're fine. Some of those deadlines are posting to the discussion forums, taking quizzes by particular times, turning in a report, those sorts of things. So as long as you meet those deadlines, you can do the work whenever you want to. The biggest disadvantage that I find with students for online classes can be staying self-disciplined or self-motivated. So in other words, if you know that, for instance, you have to show up for class every Tuesday at 10:30, well, you know you have to be there, you know you're going to be held accountable, but when you feel like, oh, I've got all week to get this done, sometimes it's hard to find that motivation. And also, since you are online, there are a lot of distractions that beckon. You want to check your Facebook status, or something pops up on Instagram, or a Gawker story comes along, or just checking your email. Whatever it is, it's really easy to kind of fall down a rabbit hole and wake up, 2 hours later and realize, wow, I didn't do any of the work that I set out to do. If you find yourself in that position, and I hope you don't, but if you do, there are applications that you can install that will block certain websites during certain times of the day, or when you specify, or things like that, so that you can focus and get your stuff done. Either way, if you find yourself in a real difficulty, let me know sooner rather than later, and we'll see what we can do to get you out of that. So one of the first things you'll be doing in this class is introducing yourself to each other, and I'll introduce myself to you. Like I said, my name is Nicholas Petty. I'm your instructor. In addition, I also own Mendo Bistro in Fort Bragg. I have a young son. I'm married. We live here in Fort Bragg. For those of you who I see in lab classes, and I hope I will get to see all of you in lab classes at some point, I do drive over for every class that I'm teaching, and so I appreciate everybody who comes from any sort of distance to make it to school. I know what that's all about. I applaud all of you for taking classes and for coming to school and for trying to do something with your lives. So let's go ahead and jump right into the course. You can get started whenever you'd like.